Welcome to the program. Congratulations on your victory as party chair.
Thank you so much.
We are glad you're with us, and we will talk about the Republican Party of Texas here in just a second. But I do want to start with this news that's just come out. President Trump announcing that the National Party is bringing a midterm convention to Dallas in the coming months. Does that indicate at all that the president thinks he needs to spend time in Texas in order to secure Republican victories here?
No, not at all. I mean, I think what I love about President Trump is he can motivate everybody, get us all ready to get to the polls. So, yeah, it is something to get us energized and ready. And, Democrats don't have that on their side. We have that on our side. And it's also because our policies are what's best for every Texan, not just Republicans, but all Texans. And that's why we are a very compassionate party. And so he is coming here to get us all ready and bringing in everyone from the country. So it's something that's never been done before. It's historical. And again, he's having it in his favorite place in the world, which is Texas. So we're ready.
Tell me what the state party might have to do with that convention. What will it look like?
Well, we're in the preliminary stages right now, so we're finding out more and more every day. We had a call yesterday, and I'm going to have some more with the RNC. So I am just waiting for orders, and I have trusty Texans that are ready to help me get this pulled off for all Texans. But it is going to be delegates that we have there, and each state is going to have their delegate number. It's a lot like the RNC convention that happened in 2024. It's going to be just a small one, but it's still going to be huge in magnitude for us. So we're excited.
Do you believe that you're going to face a tight race at the top of your ticket? Polls are showing that things are quite close between Ken Paxton and James Tallarico.
I don't think so. Everybody thought it was going to be close when it came to Senator Cornyn and AG Paxton, and that turned out to be a blowout. The polls always say something that is going to be close. And, you look at President Trump and Hillary Clinton and how that was just, in the tube that it was supposed to happen for Hillary Clinton. And then, of course, it was a blowout for President Trump. And then the thing is that with Tallarico, he's just not what Texans want. He is a no-show Tallarico. He didn't show up for over 700 votes when he was there. And then he left Texas when the voting got too hard for him. And Texans have a strong work ethic. And that's why we want AG Paxton in there, because he certainly does, with the amount of lawsuits that he's done and won in the Supreme Court and just for protecting Texas. So he has a proven record. And Tallarico thinks that abortions need to be ready for transgenders. And that's the type of thing that he says, and then he'll fight for in policies. And that's not what Texas is all about.
Let's talk about the Republican Party of Texas specifically. How is it going to look different under your leadership?
Under my leadership, the feel is completely different. That's one of the things that I've gotten thousands of phone calls, actually, and our office has too, of just the feel is completely different. We are going to bring more people in, the youth. We have such strong numbers in the youth, and that's one of the main things. Whenever I went across Texas, I went to 120 cities, and seeing the amount of youth that are energized and ready to be involved with the Republican Party, that's one piece that I want to capitalize on, because they also energize us old timers in the game, but also help us understand what kind of backbench we have and the future that we have for the Republican Party. So that's one of the main things that I'm going to look at. But also, we're open for ideas. We have been working with many people that have shared ideas with me throughout the state, and they're fantastic. And so we're capitalizing on that in the next couple of months as well, after probably we're done with the midterm election.
Let's talk about something that is in your party platform. I want some clarity on this. What is your party's stance on in vitro fertilization, IVF? Because the platform you just approved opposes it, but your party's nominee for Senate, Ken Paxton, says he supports it and will protect it. So would you like to see IVF banned in Texas?
I would not. I know a lot of extremely wonderful people that are here because of IVF. We are a family of of families. We're a party of family, and we fight for families and we fight for babies, and we want that to be an opportunity for anybody that wants to take advantage of it. Now, medical achievements have been better when it comes to IVF, but I have a lot of wonderful friends that have been able to take advantage of IVF. It's a gift that God gave us to be able to bring families together and to make families. So we are a pro family, party. And so therefore that is something that I would love to see that we continue and that we get behind. Now, the delegates that voted against it, I do, as a party chair, have to back our delegates. But at the same time, 85% of Republicans do want IVF to be open to families to be able to take advantage of that. So it is going to come out in the legislature. We'll see how it goes. But I am not personally somebody that is for that.
So what will you do, given that it seems like your delegates do want it? You personally don't support it. What legislation would you like to see?
Well, I am the chair, and I am not somebody that gets into what is against my own beliefs. The delegates do have the voice, but there is 85% of Texans that want IVF to be defended, and that is something that it'll be up to the legislature if they take that on. But me as an individual, I cannot interfere with what the delegates want. But at the same time, I'm telling you where I stand, but also I don't think that it's going to pass in the House.
Understand. How do you feel about the State Board of Education's decision in the last week or two to mandate Bible reading in classrooms?
I think it's a beautiful thing. I think the kids these days, when it comes to social media, they are entrapped into comparing themselves to things that are not within their control. When you have God as your center, it is not about you. It is about him, and it's about his love for you. I think that is what's sorely missed with our kids these days. They're trying to find love in different areas and love for themselves in different areas, whenever God gives you that all throughout the Bible. The Bible shows you, it's a blueprint, it's a moral background of how to live your life. And whenever it comes to America, that's what they used to center education around. And now we don't do that, and we have kids that are completely lost and trying to change their gender, having sex way too soon. They don't know the love of Jesus Christ, and they don't know that our country was founded on knowing what the Bible was. It used to be that if you didn't know the Bible in America, that was something that was very unique. It was something that was just, if you look at our forefathers and you look at what they did with this government that we all love, the thing is they built it around what they learned in the Bible. And it's about time that we take a little bit of reflection and find out why it was so spectacular back then. Why was the Bible so critical in that moment?
How do you protect other faiths? How do you make sure that other kids of other faiths don't feel alienated in classrooms?
Well, the thing is I know from my own children and what they went through when it came to education and public education, there is nobody that downplays any of that. I know the kids that were Muslim, they were taken out 4 times a day, I think, for prayer, and they were still taken to the library to let them do their praying. They're praying. And, for us, I am okay with that. The thing is that when it comes to girls and being with their religion, it has to be a religion that's not oppressive. But not that I am an arbiter of whose religion is more important than others, but at the same time, our country was founded on Judeo-Christian values. And so I think that we need to return to where not one religion is better than the other, because right now we do allow for children of different faiths to pray in the library. So we just need to make sure that we have a seat at the table, and that is because our country was founded on this. And so we have to make sure that we are open to everyone. and mainly Judeo-Christian values, since that is something that shaped our country from the very beginning.
I think everybody would agree that your party has successfully moved Texas to the right over the course of the last 30 years. So I'm curious about what the next frontier is. What's the next goal ahead? If you did look ahead at the legislative session to come, just where do you want to go from here?
Well, I want to see what the delegates did talk about too. Is they talked about eliminating property taxes. They talked about banning Sharia law, because it is an oppressive system and government system to anyone that is female. And the other thing that I'd love to see us do is make sure that we protect life, that we protect our borders. Those are the things that I'd like to see. I'd like to see us engage more with businesses. We have a business caucus that is coming for the Republican Party, and that is going to be fantastic in the House. Representative Pat Curry is going to head that up, and that's going to be something that they focus on business. The other thing that President Trump, and this will happen for us, is that they're making sure they get rid of lawfare when it comes to farmers. We want to make sure that we continue to be the job growth state in the nation. And so we want that, but we also want to make housing affordable. We want groceries to be affordable. We want gas to be affordable. In California right now, gas is $8 a gallon. We are at $3.19 is what I filled up today. And so we want to continue to be the beacon of what is possible when it comes to republicanism and conservatism in your state, because we've got all these people coming from different states that want to be a part of this, because we want to keep more money in your pocket. And so that's what I'd like to see us do, is just to continue to keep children safe around crazy books that want to destroy their thinking, to where they think more about themselves than they think about the sexual content that is in these books. That needs to go. So we need to continue to make sure that children have advanced and the most excellent education in the country. And I want to see us do that as well.
All right, Dorinda Randall, the new chairman of the Republican Party of Texas, thank you so much for your time. It's really great to see you.
Thank you.